How do you read RFC 4180 compliant CSV files in Python? Imagine you have a big list of data stored in a CSV file and you want to process it with Python. But how do you make sure your code reads the file correctly, especially if it follows the RFC 4180 standard? That's what we're going to explore today. First, let's talk about what RFC 4180 is. It's a set of rules that define how CSV files should be formatted. It says that each record should be on its own line, fields separated by commas, and if a field has a comma or a quote inside, it should be enclosed in double quotes. If there are double quotes inside a field, they should be doubled up. Following these rules makes sure your CSV files are consistent and easy to read. Now, in Python, the main tool for reading CSV files is the built-in CSV module. Even though it doesn't have a specific dialect called RFC 4180, the Excel dialect it provides is very close to the standard. To read an RFC 4180 compliant CSV file, you just need to open the file with newline is equal to and specify the dialect as Excel. Here's a simple example. Python import CSV. With open data, CSV newline is equal to encoding is equal to UTF-8 as file. Reader is equal to CSV. Reader, file, dialect is equal to Excel. For row and reader. Print row. This code opens your CSV file, reads each line, and prints it as a list of strings. It handles quoted fields and escaped quotes properly, thanks to the dialect. If your CSV file has some slight differences, like a different quote character or line terminator, you can create a custom dialect. For example, you can register a new dialect called RFC for 180 with specific settings. Python CSV register dialect RFC 4180 delimiter is equal to quotecar is equal to double quote is equal to true, skip initial space is equal to false, line terminator is equal to plus R plus N, quoting is equal to CSV. Quote minimal. With open data, CSV newline is equal to encoding is equal to UTF-8 as file. Reader is equal to CSV. Reader, file, dialect is equal to RFC for 180. For row and reader. Print row. This way, you can fine-tune how Python reads your CSV files to match the exact formatting. Sometimes, you might want more control or validation. There are third-party libraries like RFC CSV or Clever CSV that can help you check if your files truly follow RFC 4180 or handle tricky cases better. These tools can validate files before processing or convert them into a standard format. When automating CSV reading tasks, always remember to open files with newline is equal to prevent issues with line breaks. Use UTF-8 encoding to support international characters. And if you're working with data that has headers, consider using CSV. Dict reader so each row becomes a dictionary with column names as keys. By following these steps and choosing the right settings, you can confidently read RFC 4180 compliant CSV files in Python. This makes your automation scripts more reliable and your data processing smoother.